Abusia for me more BB Akroma daily update TV and any day they can watch news. So make sure so better on the subscribe button. Now first what I feel no notification bell send a see the new video be as a channel. On so benya information e be no who dey cause oyan Ghana politics mo. No hu baby a pese usi ugina edeko. So what didn't you so betimi na comment section e be chinya kenkan e wo ho ama. Enra na Ghana enya 67 years intini ye di Ghana birthday the president yes over celebrating our Eastern region. Tiaja or more the celebration no call Eastern region. Neho and a president el command speech. Now person or can history kakra efa Ghana. Now ready a president I could transfer who and talk a pa history you name it that the you co school. Yen president person or sesano. No the history for ebe she Ghana food trim. Ah kakana siese tete kwa shi odi kuku efri Fernando Po epa Ghana ebi dua here. Ema Ghana ye the leading producers of cocoa in the world, and then the president person say, yet the Kwashi on free Accra, on free greater Accra. Meanwhile, in ya Cusco who say, the Kwashi in the history of Ghanaians, of free greater Accra. And now, Nana Kufuor the arbitrary only speech him said to Kwashi of Ashanti region, I a young man pom. Nassassin we ama ga, cancel no, God, I bore foot and den. Ombu ofuye pa chese Nyankopon amema na mpanifo bi amema ka enye yekora between omo ene yen president speech na okoma Independence Day no ase we amomu bu ofu pa na pani ba akwa a frege Akrafo na oka ho enso so eye lawyer ayi otu onso so ene yen centralfo di nkomo yebekwa kotie sansem din wi sanso akotie president history na chese opeso dane no e de Ghana fo echirimus yen semre yenko tie history ni bi yen hu senia president aforge history ni peso sesa no kra e ma de nim nadan yen tontwen wa mo man na sai basa no enu mu no de ne nsa wura wo tutu bi e no de bi free ba bi di hyem e be ba nkomo no so. And the last time I was yes I dey we e be dane nkomo kese pa wo mamu ha na about wan mo and the boy ye chichiri o man Ghana fufuro ya ji ye fa hudi ye di tete Ghana ne betu sa asase di e be ya asase di no na wan mo na edi animu em ye nya ye fa hudi wan mo na edi animu wan e be ye debate kese pa to the sense omo modern di be wura ye man nwomam e dane o man Ghana bakwasemu etienra wo sa ensem na no oka no I was sad dane na no beka kire say they say ye kwa ye nim no o my Ghana sika sam be dane am ye drum pempenso a ye box site ye be nane na ye de abeye bibi soronko wo my Ghana no within that speech na wo di sa tro no na wo sa beka asasem no bibie ni wa edi adanse e wo ne kasa ni nyina ebetima ma me Ghana ni manya rehwemu se ampampa na ni bresem na no wo ka no edi na course me pese wutie His Excellency N.Addo danko akufuado titiri we ye Ghana ni bra na uko school na ye civic education bra na uko school na mo ye social studies empo uko ntwaso school uko ye history wo de so anye no ma we kura mpo a simple Google search ebe mo ahuru ensem afa owura tetekwashi ho tetekwashi a wo de koko free Fernando Po ebe o man Ghana na koko ya kane ni eti bebrebe na Ghana nya so mfaso yi ene anda N.Addo danko akufuado sa koko bebrebe na ne yete no e se so abafom ama koko akuafo aye mobo eti wa bra wa ma akuafo aye mobo no so abakosem ake de be hoahoa ye ho no e de oye no tie we
retains a nomenclature from the colonial days when it was the eastern border of what was the Gold Coast colony. The region is the most heterogeneous in our country and a microcosm of Ghana and home to the most diverse of peoples. Over the centuries, the region has attracted citizens from all parts of the country and beyond who come to work and find a welcome and lasting home. The attraction is obviously the abundant mineral resources and the rich and fertile soils. It is, after all, only a few kilometers from here that the first cocoa farm in the country was planted in 1895, some 129 years ago. And from there, the planting of cocoa spread to other parts of the country and became our leading cash crop. Indeed, Tetekwashi, an indigene of Mamponga Kwapim, here in the Eastern region, brought back in the late 19th century the cocoa pod from Fernando Po, now Bioko in Equatorial Guinea.
So look out for the English word indigene. You can so be an indigene of a Kwapin to say, yeah, Namanpani Kana. The orchard say, a year or ratata kwashi. Kwanina, what the cocoa free Fernando Po ba my Ghana, obey a cocoa for Cassia, and the Ghana cocoa, and your papa. The Tibe and the Kufado Swatiano. The Casa your Kanya Mabacho, your channel say, Tetekwashi, if you grab him. But you see, do a simple Google search. Kwa Wikipedia. Kaka woho. Babia, we teach me, I watch our civic education, we teach me, watch our social studies, we teach me, watch our history. Kaka woho. Babia, or catch us, say, a year. Owura Tetekwashi efri meba so bransa na no ebra na no si ya wo ka asem no wo mo a asem yi o mo ya a mo de o mo nsa pempem dan ho anka wan hwe ekura ka mo je ya ba aye Gadangbe Council wo bo se de N.Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Ghana mampanyi ye no eye ntam kase lawyer yi kwa otu anwumre no mu a ano ne ye nuanom TV3 fo edi nkomo na bufuo no said ye na si wasro no na che nkuretwade we.
Oh, say it is even from person or that. Whichever way, it's a guy. Look at the name that they emphasize. These names can never be not on names. You understand? In Accra, they tell you when you mention your name, we know where you come from. I mean, if you know the history, you know that during the creation of the Greater Accra region, some of the Krobos were sent to the Eastern region. And the issue was that they said they have their farms there. And that if they opt to come to Greater Accra region, the people may tell them that then they cannot take their lands away. And so they opted to go. That is why you have Nene Sakite and others. But they don't name, and never, names from the Eastern region. So if we all know, as you rightly pointed out, some say Kesi, some say Usu, how do you today go and stand somewhere and tell an historical fact like this, turn it upside down and say that the man was an agent from Ampo?
And you see, it permeates through everywhere. As a Ghana, no, N.Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo nene domi omo person mo chichire no fufuro. As omo person mo chichire no fufuro. And so, adwuma na ye wo core business na Ghana fo no mo to santre to so aba e de ma wo se be yo no. Besi na wonya ye. Wosi suku dan no, wosi asupiti no, yesi kasa mo nye. E ka do man Ghana so, and na Ghana pa na no ye de hwa ho se ye pa na ye the fastest growing economy in Africa, and na ye de cut to the point say ye ntimi ntia ye ka. Eno ne wo call job, eno ne adwuma, wotini adwuma but adwuma nkasa ye de ma wo. Ba hwe ba bia ye mampanyi e de nani akyere. Ya bakwasem no person was done no. And you see me say ye simple Google search. Na yen kan bibi fat Tetekwashi ho, ura Tetekwashi ho. Makọ Wikipedia wo so kọ ho. Wo say Tetekwashi 1842 22nd December 1892. That's just say ya wo no 1842 was 1892 and some of fan of him. Was an agriculturalist in the British colony of Gold Coast, and the person directly responsible for the introduction of cocoa crops to Gold Coast, which today constitute one of the major export crops of the Ghanaian economy. The country Gold Coast became independent in 1957. Kwashi traveled to the island of Fernando Po, now Bioko, in Equatorial Guinea in 1870, and returned in 1876 in order to introduce the crop. He died on Christmas Day 1892. Bronya Bremu 1892 no wuye. Afei ne biography ni nie. Etu ko Wikipedia hona. Ko ba bia ya twa biography ne honsem. Kesi was born in about 1842 to a farmer from Kesi known as Aye Mlekubo. Mamodini Yamufanchame. His mother was known as Ashon Fio from Labadi, both hailing from the Gadangbe ethnic group. It is out here a year Honorable Ayiko to Akaneno ye Attorney General, or MPP ni mapa. Was say a dini kra with ye dini kra, and was say can be betrayed. So a year day, and His Excellency N.Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and ya kuko draw. What can also, and yes, Ebia, Nano na pow, ba what say ye nimu straight. And what casanos one pupunity, what can the pay? Setata Kwashi, a indigene of a Kriapim. And the year Ora you go to a bufu. Granny say, be Pia, ye Pasi, Pia, and the Eastern region and Ashanti region. Now, what was up? Back was sorry. I was interviewing him. Said it didn't be Bia, a ye come be Bia, ya de Hawaii, who Biano, ye Pasi, Chinchina, ye Pia de Eastern region and Ashanti region. What's your wobbles? I don't know. Maybe Ashanti. But these are his comments. These are comments I will make here. A brand on the park was sorry, Eddie Gobo. Park was you made by dance, baby, a wobia. What was I? And some no kind of so instructive. As I would to turn no man who a fire back was some who your man penny and then go for you or more per so Adanena. What do you want? Yes, ye. As a gun of food for a bit or more personal to the sense, say, I didn't put Yenina Yajatum say, a ye two at the Pono. And then, watching Ken in Nasi Waho and Sana, what Jatum say, a ye gun for Yinajinaye. Make us forget again, says Emio. I didn't put Ghana for Yinayajitum, say, ye shoe, and ye buy, and ye did your boy bra, and ye culture, and boy bra, and ye believe, and boy bra. Every nation is a nation because of its cultural practices, its religious beliefs. It is our cultural practices and religious beliefs, you know. Every nation be an say. So when you have a president of the republic who is a leader, who is supposed to be the servant of the people of the country, now one representing one, a man for the history, a man for the pedia, a man for the day, then who are you? What you wine? President Wokasa, and was our Kasa, what are the same, when they are, what now Montuo. I was a Jina Homa, the Mamufona Pedia. I was a Jina Homa, the Mamufono, or Madeyo. I was a Jina Homa, the Mamufo, or more some, or more, and no more Mujidie, and no more Mujidie woman. And now, what would hear President Akufo-Addo speech from head to toe?
Whichever way, it's a guy. Look at the name, Tete Nkwasi. This name can never be Newz. You understand? And I cry. They tell you when you mention your name, we know where you come from. I mean, if you know the history, you know that during the creation of the Greater Accra region, some of the Krobos were sent to the Eastern region. And the issue was that they said they have their farms there. And that if they ought to come to Greater Accra region, the people may tell them that then and so they opted to go. That is why you have Nene Sakite and others. They don't name and never, names from the Eastern region. So some say Kesi, some say also. How do you today go and stand somewhere and tell an historical fact like this, turn it upside down and say that the man was an Indian from Ampo?
An Indian from Ampo. I hear the Nakasa. Say Obi, every for instance, me free paper. Me ya santini metua betran kran ena me ya adwuma won kran e de na aka se kwa menka enkrani yen krani tie bidi no se kwa menka is an indigene of Accra, is an indigene of Osualata. Also work agra her make akra de mano ye me. It is impossible within ejira identity eti se mampanyi e kind speech and this should tell you that Mammy 200 CBB so This should tell you, say, your man penny on pay attention to details. Bibia yede beba beto nanim bia na wa call. I was say can be true. Gone are the days John Mahama, President Mills, Jerry John Rawlings, omo ministers ebe ka asem kire omo a omo fa kire kohwehwem. Wo de busa former ministers no o meka kire o. Yes, John Mahama and opportunity no afraw. Na wo busu asem afa wo ministry ho and said your best kasa no. I said, one on a year, you are ministry. And you see, and no grandpa will pay to me, no. Sadly, I did die when you want the Casemu. And John Evans Mills, a brand nas, a yes, expose about the Ecosu port, no. One time to show what you are now, but would I surprise you or more? Can I drink more? Yendi and Krahuni, Yama and Krahunte was a Jerry John Rawlings. What yes, you got them. Now, what it got him? Indicating leadership by example. And in who Jim, what in who Rem? But in the case of our president, with all due respect, in the case of our president, I said, Bibia, you remember to the Nimbia, now what I married you, and I'm in your way. If I'm an issue, where ya, minim, Bibia Bessibia, Wakasa, one representing. Near air cost one kasa wo memu ha. Nano State of the Nations address. What come for you know? As a Ghana fufuro bi asem no oka. And I was also Sisudia. Wabra no deliver the speech. No anya Jefferson Saki. No so TV no so eye narration bi say Akufo-Addo de one day one factory buy 80 na kantaka 80 year cars. Wabra yedim say anya no kure. And Yamin Chad, yes, sir, a bra or cast some nominee measure. Yamin Chad, yes, sir, Sabra, no, hobby. So I had to quickly come in and tell them straight in your faces, and some no more can yano crack. I believe someone will be. So you see, President, you know, and then a pump for what year a Baumianswa. And I say, what year State of the Nations addresser, and just say, Ghana, ya normal pa MPP are buying, ya buy ya normal chain, ya baby awaba. Oh, Casa Domano. And your Mubeka Biano, Ghana for you, no crano passer, your Moka, and ya Ghana, ya Tibiasem, and no Moka. So apart from distorting facts of history, facts with regards to our daily life also, yeah, distorted. And ye peer, assembly say ye trim by force. Think that young tomb say, and I'm Yadia could ye work coronavirus, and in Russia and Ukraine talk. 18 of my Ghana Sika Sama saying. Domo Yano.
Bushan for me though we be a sister would burn out the video. Ye be see so you subscribe ya make sure so be subscribe ya mam. Now faces what of you notification but when be say the new video be out to channel so also on sabeka information be no ati. Eda wasi. E be see idea ene Akroma.